Okay, so this Argenta quest, I believe, finishes at my ship, even though it's kind of implied that it doesn't, but I was quickly just reading through a quest walkthrough, and it looks like I gotta take her back to the ship, and then we'll get info there. So that is what we shall do. I'm gonna collect all my loot, and then we're gonna head back to the ship. I think that sounds pretty great to me. Anything in here for a rogue trader?
Something of interest.
Oh, back there I see it. Thank you. Tessa's so good at spotting loot. I'm almost afraid with those barrels that'll explode, but I think we'll be fine. Anything else in here? Nope. I do like it that you can basically tell the liege of Footfall, like, she's under our protection. Good luck. Or you can not, and like basically just feed her to the wolves. I feel like this isn't the same, right? No, it just kind of looks like the same place when
Victory
we were at the bottom of Footfall. I mislaid my favorite flask a few days ago. For the life of me, I cannot imagine where it's going. I wonder if perhaps...
Do you see that?
I didn't take it. No. I didn't even know you had a favorite flask. You left it by the Vox operator station on the bridge. You should reclaim it before the officer is upbraided for drinking at their post. Why does Heinrich know where it is? No, sincerely, why does he know where Adira's stuff is? That's kind of the most hilarious thing ever. We do need to level up, I know that. But I love it that, like, he just knows where that went. And I like it that nobody questions the fact that Adira had a flask. All right, we are back on the ship. So everybody and their mama probably wants to talk to us. Who do we start with? Heinrich?
You have my complete attention.
Thank you very much. You want to discuss the nature of your mission?
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officer's mess.
Wait. No, I didn't. Well, I just got here, so there should be an autosave. Thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. I welcome the chance to assist. I do not object to you personally. I find the continuous presence of the Inquisition slightly unnerving. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with 2. I don't object to you personally, but I find the continuous presence of the Inquisition a little unnerving. Your concern is unfounded. As long as there is no substantial reason for it, I hope there will not be. To business. The cult of the Final Dawn, the madmen preach their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Koronus Expanse, instigate crimes against the throne and humanity. One such crime took place in your protectorate. The Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world in your domain. Lord Inquisitor, let me just see what all my options are. Why would agents investigate occult chaos? Mentioned in his letter he's willing to show lenience. Yeah, why would Ordo Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? You are well versed in how the Inquisition is organized, Tessera. Yes, initially our arrival in the Koronus Expanse was dictated by the need to fight Xenos. There's more. The cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Perhaps I'll be able to reveal the full truth someday, but right now I ask you to display humility and patience. He mentioned in his letter that he's willing to show... you have spies on the Von Valencius worlds? The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary in the Administratum department on Dargonis. The planet's governors and Theodora were fully aware of his status, his duty to fulfill the sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which the Koronus Expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Scalander. As soon as we contact Dargonis, I'll introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. I'm sure you'll appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your subjects. And I suggest you heed his words at least occasionally. I like it that he puts in, like, at least occasionally. I want to know more about the cult of the Final Dawn. Chaos worshippers, most often agents of the throne, run into lone renegades stirring up the rabble. Insane prophets, hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days, and passing comment, a mutant rebellion, an onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established the connection between those heretics. However, the Cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune tellers. They cleverly spread their agents all over the Koronus Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people on the Imperial worlds. There's a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close. Finally, they have enough military power to have had 2 ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty in making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but is unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in vile sorcery day in and day out. Heinrich sighs. After the events on Rakad Minoris, I suspect the cult might have built its nest inside Winterscale's domain. The latest reports indicate it is your protectorate that is harboring heretics. Being in your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. Are you laying accusations against my dynasty? Chaos treads softly, Tessera. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny, until an opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. The emergence of a cult on one of the rogue traders' planets does not mean the dynasty head herself is a chaos worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Theodora von Valentius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the warrant. He regards you with a probing look. A bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgressions. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever is necessary to redeem yourself. Then perhaps you will get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter that he's willing to show leniency towards my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. He nods. That's correct. I should show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I'm surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge in weakness of soul and mind, even in someone who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. So I've already agreed to give you a place on my ship. What else? The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus and even the followers of the Omnissiah themselves. I'll be frank. To answer this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems in the Koronus Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. We met Chaos. Do we risk running into his brother? I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my worlds, be they the servants of chaos, Xenos, or heretics. Tell me about the... I don't... Do we risk running into one of his brothers? Like, I hope this doesn't cut us off from all the others. But let us assume Kiava Gamma has fallen to heresy. What then? Will you again propose we destroy an entire planet? He stares at you. Or he stares you down. Rakad Minoris, you made a decision that sent billions of souls into the grasp of the Arch Enemy. An unreasonable and unforgettably high price for a small handful of people saved by your mercy. Do I consider it a worthy exchange? Most certainly do not. Will I make every effort to make sure such an exchange does not happen again? Of course. Sentimentality is a luxury I cannot afford. I do not believe you lack compassion. You didn't stop me after all, although you certainly could have tried. Yeah. His eyes narrow. I haven't said I would not like to be able to afford such a luxury. In fact, deep down I understand why you acted that way. I have yet to eliminate the understanding and acceptance within myself, but I will. Do we risk running into one of his brothers? I have no doubt it'll happen sooner or later, Tessera. Chaos Marine siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Marines in the Koronus Expanse and not an entire company. I won't let anyone throw their weight around on my worlds, by the way. A commendable aspiration for a person who holds the fate of billions of people and dozens of Imperial worlds in her hand, which is why you need to be even more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets. lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever's tangled in their roots. Why did your suspicions fall on Chiavagama? Disjointed pieces of data that finally emerged into a single picture. Additionally, not long ago, a vessel from that world arrived on footfall. Reports from the crew were confused and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. Tell me about the Drakari who stole the Rakad's son. Keewan says that the Drakari, one of the branches of the Eldari, an ancient and vicious Xenos race. Those creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids for the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive, Drakari require psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. Their ships, which are difficult to mistake for any other, arrive suddenly and undetected. Stealth technology greatly surpasses the capability, or their stealth technologies rather, greatly surpass the capabilities of standard Imperium auger arrays. The objective of their raids is never to capture a world or a ship. No, they are only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holds with living captives, they disappear into the webway, a different dimension which conceals their greatest stronghold, the dark city of Drakari, from which none can hope to escape. He studies your expression. I don't know why the Drakari stole Rakad's son and brought about the fulfillment of the cult's prophecies. Perhaps Xenos themselves have played into the Archenemy's design. Perhaps the Aurora's divinations in fact described the Drakari's actions. There is only one thing I can say with absolute certainty. There is no alliance between the Cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It's simply impossible. You let us depart from business matters. You once promised to entertain me with a compelling conversation. Surely this is not what you had in mind. I do remember our exchange. For the time being, however, I prefer to focus on my direct responsibilities. You hear a note of regret in his voice as he shakes his head. Perhaps later, after Chiavagama? He inclines his head. I thank you for sparing the Time Lord, Captain. Okay. So, we have once again flirted ever so slightly. And now we must go get... Is it Argenta next for conversation? I know we need to talk to Jai and Argenta. So we'll go do that next. Alright, so before we go talk to anybody, let's get all this level upping done. Share the spoils. Whenever an ally kills prey, the bounty hunter gains half the bonuses. Has killed all enemies. Okay. Scores a critical hit. Ooh! I really like that. Whenever the bounty hunter scores a crit. Okay. Stacks. By a critical hit scored by the bounty hunter or their ally, the bounty hunter gains. Whenever the bounty hunter is attacked in melee range for the first time since the end of their turn, they automatically dodge. Oh! That's a good one. What is we got him? At the start of the bounty hunter's turn, they gain 2 MP for each ally. Ooh. Round grants. Okay. We've got Savor the Kill. Is not being trailed, is killed. Okay. I do... Hold on. Piercing Ruin. Each enemy affected by piercing shot has their armor... Wait. What is piercing shot again? That is an ability. Okay. And critical chain, whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy with a crit, all allies... Oh. That's not bad either. I think, though, to start, I'm going to go with heightened... No. Hunting Surge? Yeah, so whenever an enemy is killed by a... No, wait. Gruesome kill. No. Heightened concentration. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. So whenever a bounty hunter scores a crit, they gain plus 5% armor penetration until the end of combat, and it stacks. I think that that's a great one to have. This... Oh, no. Yes. Oh, is she fully... No. I have to pick. Oh. I'm not intending on taking her out anytime soon, so I don't know. So I'm gonna elect to come back to that. At the start of the Assassin's Turn, a new opening is created. Ooh, this seems like it would pair well for Tess. Done. What do you got for me? This? Create an opening. Or Each use of aim for the opening eye unscathed. Whenever an assassin attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, assassin gains plus 20 dodge reduction. Ooh. Perfect opening. The assassin gains lethality, chance to deal. Ooh. Yes. Parameter, that is, yeah, let's do that. You. Point of interest. Diversion zone. Using a stratagem on a rear also makes the allies in that area's enemies lowest. Ooh. Crossfire zone. Enduring zone. Where is there one for... So this is rear, right. Front line. And then there was supposed to be... Okay. Using a stratagem on combat tactics. So on the rear also makes the allies in that area the enemy's lowest priority. I think we're going to go with this for sure. Because we're keeping Cassia close to like Tess and Adira. And they tend to be in the like the rear back ranks kind of thing, so that will buff them, not buff, but it'll make them a little bit less of a target, so hopefully nothing happens to them in the middle. By any effect applied, 10% damage. Ooh, I like that. When entering... Ooh. When entering combat gains... Yes? Thank you. Wait. Gains plus 3% crit for every stack of versatile. Let's go with that for now. I like what I had. Okay. Let's give you... I took that, so I'm going to, just in case, because Adira tends to sometimes be put in awful situations because reason. Don't ask, it just happens. It does. Parry against enemies that consider, ooh, or that enemy must make a willpower. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with taunting defense to start. Was that a good idea? I don't know, but we're going with it for now. So let's go talk to... Wait, Abelard, do you have anything to say?
Lord Captain.
Nope.
Lord Captain.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Does Pascal have anything he wants to talk about? There's Abel. Wait. Oh, Pascal's up here. He moves around. I didn't even know that. I love it that Abel's still here.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. May your
Okay. So there was nothing... I don't know if that's technically anything new. I mean, there's stuff that we have to learn, but... Okay.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
Was there a business that you would wish to discuss?
Oh, Sherin, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
Oh. What? Okay, that was weird. We're here. We made it, though. Shireen, the Exalted One himself brought us together the day you crossed Vladim's threshold. He led us to the cargo and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people on my world say when such a thing happens? What's gain is to be shared with your neighbor. Oh, sorry, I didn't read the descriptor, but the flickering lights of dozens of candles play across her face, making her small smile appear even more mysterious. She points at the containers in front of her. One contains a polished Aldari rifle, a rare model, and the other holds an ornate sword. I'm sharing what I've gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honor of our wildly successful, though suddenly struck, friendship. Can I use that? Wielder scores a crit. Is this technically... I'm gonna try it. I do kind of want to try it. We are not here to exchange. What is it you wanted? Ah, truly wonderful gift. I accept it with gratitude. I knew you would appreciate the Xeno's mastery of their craft. She beams at you, curling a lock of black hair around her augmented finger. After a brief pause, she awkwardly continues. So, the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well. My network runs even without my participation. But when it comes to expansion, well, that's where I hit a wall. Rivals envious of my success, she throws up her hands. Falco especially. I'm certain the theft of the cargo was his doing, but I can never predict what that Ashmag will do next. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the Expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at any moment. I think I follow. You wish to use me. Exalted One, forfend! Could such a lowly servant of the Emperor use the radiant bearer of the warrant like some kind of tool? The other way around, however. If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Adeptus Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it. A little scrap of paper that'll offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag schemes. Far better than any refractor field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me because I'll be representative of the law in my own right. And the best part is that this will cost you precisely nothing. All you have to do is stop by the Administratum Palace and obtain a certificate from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me the palace is located on Dargonis, your capital world. You see how everything is aligned so wonderfully? And of course, I'll repay you in kind. So how do I benefit from this? Besides being in receipt of my eternal gratitude, Shireen? Jai playfully raises a brow. Won't it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of the authority behind them rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper and I'll be able to extend my network systems far beyond footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the Expanse. Okay. Yeah, sounds simple enough. Exalted One, bless you. I couldn't find a better business partner in all the Expanse. She ponders for a moment and then graces you with a dazzling smile. Friendship is a gift from the Exalted One, and we must cherish it. And you will have no complaints about our friendship. I may not be a trade representative of the Imperium yet, but I can still help you with whatever you need. You must have some faction in mind that you'd like to establish relations. The severe Drusians, the hot-headed pirates of the Casabilica. You merely need to use the right words like a key for a lock, and people will open their hearts to you, or their wallets. I'll arrange everything. You have to ask. Let me see. So this is... Okay. So these will basically just get me... I wouldn't mind... No. Let's go to Casabilica. Not a problem. Thank you. I will humbly wait until you steer your vessel towards Dargonis. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale sounds almost majestic as the warrant of trade. Almost. Nothing is as majestic as the warrant of trade, though. The light glistening off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocking you. Because it is. It's all mocking us, Tess. Bookshelves are packed with ancient books. Okay. And nothing else. This way. This room is so empty. Wait, did we ever change the portrait? We gotta change the portrait at some point. Our life factotum, I believe, will handle that for us. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to my ship. Anything else? Did we talked about everything?
You have my complete attention.
Can you tell me about the cult of the Final Dawn?
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them. As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, We have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Koronus Expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
Remind me, what is your mission regarding the cult?
I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Valancius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation.
Please. Tess will impede on something else, but not your investigation. What do you mean protection from above?
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
You seem to have been investigating this cult for a while.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Koronus Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head. As you wish.
I think that's it. Thank you. Okay, everybody else is down here. So it actually turns out that I think I basically just killed the Anvers bad guys. I think I thought that I need this. That's my bad.
Any challenge
I
for
thought,
me?
I legitimately thought that was the Argenta quest finish, but I think when I had done this in early access, I had done both places at like literally back to back without even realizing it. And I think I thought that this place was something entirely different. And then the other spot was also like the Anvers were the heretics, but they're not. Okay. So everybody buckle in because apparently there's like awfulness.
Whispers told me a secret.
I remember this now. Okay, good. So we're not going to fail. We're not going to make Argenta sad. Because, oh my gosh, if I made Argenta
It's
sad
about time. Hey,
by
what's that?
not doing this quest, I personally would have been very, very sad. Okay, I just need...
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Yes. Does she hum? Is she humming?
I better myself through my service.
Okay. So, there, if I
I'm
remember...
still new to the art of exploring.
You're doing just fine.
None shall stand in my way.
No! Sorry!
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I didn't...
Duty prevails.
It's fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine. It's fine. Take the goods. This? Okay. Now this. Aha! This is what I've been looking for. I remember this now. This sucks. Very culty. Lots of cultiness. Edge of Daybreak level of culty. Great. Love this for everybody. Look at... Oh. You're beautiful. Oh, look at just this.